Lieutenant Jason Fair. We're going to donate a couple trucks. That's why we're all here. There's a couple things I want to start off with, though. Mayor will probably hit on this later. There's a couple things he always likes to hit on. Is one of them how busy we are here in Albuquerque, and the second one is how active we are. As far as the busy goes, the Firehouse Run survey numbers did just come out and had Station 5 at number 15 overall in the nation with over 16,000 responses. Crews had a structure fire this morning. And then kind of leading into more what we're doing here today is kind of helping our neighbors is AFR. We just sent out a Type 6 truck and a wildland crew out to Oregon this morning. They're going to be a part of a strike team with Bernalillo County, Sandoval County, Santa Fe Fire, Red River, and Los Alamos. We also have our crews down in Ruidoso right now assisting with flood and the rescues that result from those flooding that they're experiencing right now. We have one crew that's returning Saturday. Another crew is going to be going back out there Sunday. So that's also a joint response with AFR, the Rio Grande Basin Rescue Team, which is a part of Sandoval County, Corrales, and Rio Rancho Fire. So it's a little bit quiet out here today. It hasn't been the case all week. The Academy staff just finished up search training with Battalion 2, and the Academy staff had live burns here in one of our new burn structures. So preparations are also being made for Medic 9 to go into service tomorrow. So a lot going on here. We had a promotion recognition ceremony yesterday. And now for the reason we're all here today is this engine donation. So these trucks become part of the crew. We're happy to see them go to another agency and become part of their crew as well. So with that, I'm going to bring the mayor up.
Thanks. All right. Well, good morning, folks. And first and foremost, want to welcome our guests from Isleta to Albuquerque Fire Rescue headquarters out here, and of course, our tremendous training facility. So great to see everyone. And we're also joined by 3, I think, interns, which is great out at Isleta. But let's all give them a round of applause for interning, and also Isleta, welcome. I know I'm honored also to be joined by the Governor Zuni from Isleta, which we'll hear from him in just a moment. But at a high level, want to just acknowledge we were laughing. It's been kind of Isleta week at Albuquerque in some ways. So we've actually there was a feast day celebration, which I know Terry was at. And then I think it was last week, we honored historical lands, especially the petroglyphs, by signing the increased zoning communication with respect to changes that go on with land use. Don't want to go into that now, but Isleta really led the charge along with Laguna on that and some community advocates. And so I think it's been an important couple of weeks to also reflect on that sort of, in one way, it's the one Albuquerque spirit that we're all in this together in central New Mexico. But also to honor and reflect on the fact that this is all essentially was or is tribal land. And we're here really because of our Pueblos, that we're here first and continue to be amazing neighbors for us. So one of the ways in which we like to also help is the donation of course, these amazing vehicles. And so we're able to give 2 to Isleta, which is amazing. It's a rare opportunity where you get a twofer. So that's a great thing. And of course, we're partial because their chief is former AFR too, so that's great. But for us, these engines can do a lot more work for a lot of years in other departments. And so this is a regular program that we do. Just as a reminder, we most recently actually sent a rescue truck to the Ukraine, to our sister city in Kharkiv. And most recently, too, we've also sent a rescue up to Eagle's Nest and also an engine to Guadalajara, Mexico. We tend to often lean on sister city relationships for this. It's one of the best things that we can do for our sister cities. And so I think with that, actually, we'll just celebrate this vehicle and celebrate our Pueblo communities around us, but especially today to the south to Isleta. And grateful for everyone for being here today, and AFR and all firefighters' hard work each and every day in central New Mexico. Thank you.
All right, and next we'll have Isleta Fire Chief Leo Tafoya. Come on up.
All right, thank you guys for having us here. I'm actually retired AFR as well, and as the new chief of Isleta, I would like to kind of emulate what I learned here at AFR. I take great pride in being from this department, and I want our fellow firefighters here at Isleta to feel that same pride, being happy to go to work every day like I was. as well as having these Type 1 engines. They're the first of their kind at Isleta, so they're really going to help our response capabilities. We also want to try to open up a second station here soon, so having an additional truck will help us accomplish that. And I just really, once again, just want to thank Mayor Keller, Chief Jaramillo, and everyone that helped, all the DCs. Everyone helped, and I've been in communication with them, and they're really willing to help us out to grow the department, get guys the training they need. And I'm just very thankful for our relationship that we have. So thank you guys.
Now I'll have the governor of the Pueblo of Isleta come up, Max Zuni.
Good morning. I hope everybody's having a great morning, and I really appreciate it. And first of all, I want to thank Mayor Keller for his support that he's given us for years. And of course, Chief Jaramillo, thank you. Really appreciate it, what you're doing for us. And as you well know, we are in just south of Albuquerque and north of the large growing city of Las Lunas and Belen. So again, how important this is going to help us. We are always concerned, and luckily we have a collaboration. I talked to Mayor Keller quite a bit. We meet with him, and the issues that we're having, and that's what we need. We need to talk to each other, all the communities, and get support. And the critical things are, of course, first responders. They're very essential to our community. Fire department, EMTs, police department, how important those groups are. And now we have almost a full-size fire department, and we're working on the second station. Our police department is growing quite a bit, and we're cross-training for EMTs now. So we have this agreement with even Valencia that anytime they need our help, and also the city of Albuquerque, that we can be responding to them. And that's the great thing about our communities, that we can collaborate together and work together and protect our community, protect our people, how important it is. And I really appreciate it. This is a memorial occasion that we're having today. And like I said, I thank Mayor Keller. I thank you, Chief Jaramillo. Really appreciate it. And as they stated, our interns, we are doing that process now so our young people can pick up a career. And I'm really proud of the 3 here now, because they've been here quite a few weeks now, and one of them has even learned how to drive a fire truck. And I really appreciate it. And I thank you so much. Again, thank you, Mayor and Chief. We appreciate it so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Governor. Fire Chief Jaramillo.
Good morning, everyone. I'm going to touch on, we get frequently asked questions every time we have donations, so I'm going to touch on some of that. But I just want to start by thanking you all for coming out today as we donate these 2 decommissioned fire engines from Albuquerque Fire Rescue to our neighbors at Isleta, Pueblo. There are certain criteria that dictate when an apparatus can no longer be used within our department. And so these 2 engines here to the left of me reached the end of their service life in Albuquerque, and we could not even use them as spares at this point in our system. These trucks need a lot of work, but the bones of these engines are still very good. And for a department that can invest in the needed repairs and upgrades, they will help serve the community like these 2 will when they move down to Isleta. We are donating these 2 trucks here. We have a 2006 Pierce Dash with almost 200,000 miles on it, and a 2005 Pierce Dash with 100,000 miles on it. And so in perspective, we just mentioned that Station 5 ran over 16,000 calls last year for service. And so these trucks really have reached the end of life for us, but will do a lot of good in Isleta. We're able to donate these trucks that have over 2 decades of service in our city because of our mechanics and maintenance that we started 4 years ago when we built the AFR fleet facility. And we have our director and another member of the leadership over there that's here with us today. This wasn't always the case, but now that we have this dedicated team of mechanics that includes specialized technicians, they can maintain our over 200 frontline apparatus and 41 reserve apparatus that we have for our department and keep them going so that when we are sending out these end-of-life ones, they're still in good shape to use in other departments. Many of our apparatus are purchased using capital funds from the state, so naturally finding departments within the state in need of our decommissioned apparatus keeps them in New Mexico. So we do appreciate that we're able to keep these down in Isleta. And just like Mayor said, sometimes there's no one in the state that wants to use our decommissioned apparatus, and then we work with sister cities like the ones that we've donated in the past year. So on behalf of all of our team at Albuquerque Fire Rescue, we're very excited to hand these 2 engines over to our neighbors in Isleta. So thank you all for coming up and taking these trucks. And we're very excited that they'll serve those communities and those residents, and excited to work with you on anything where we work on calls mutually. So thank you.
Well, unless anybody else has anything to add, I think we're going to wrap this up. I could answer any questions that any of you might have pertaining to the trucks or the donation to Isleta if you guys have anything. So.
Can you just touch real quick on how this fits into a broader theme of cooperation between AFR and the Pueblos?
Well, I think the mayor did hit on that as well as the fire chief, and historically, mutual aid response is typically a bit a part of the fire service and what we do. So I think this is just another olive branch to kind of bridge some of those gaps, and it increases the potential of response from Isleta. So hopefully, just in the future, that we can all work together a little bit more seamlessly, and now with some similar type equipment. All right. Well, thank you guys all for coming out. Appreciate it. Oh, wait. We have a gift.
I know, it's beautiful. The back is beautiful. So thank you.
Thank you so much.
He was my old boss.
Oh, really?
I almost said that on the mic. Yeah, I used to work for his
You guys need to get pictures, or?
Yeah, we've known each other for about 15 years.
He is let it large.